Hi, good evening. I do apologise for no late afternoon recording due to the fact that I fell asleep on this very sofa. Boy, I've had a long day. There's no excuses. I know I had the heating on, but I should have done an afternoon contact. But never mind. I'm going to do something else. It's called DLG Reppin'S Daily Transfer News. And on this show, I'll just talk about players coming in or going out potentially. And there's going to be rumours involving Arsenal Football Club, and that is a guarantee. It all starts on the 2nd of this month, which is tomorrow, and ends on the 1st of February. So that gives us up to 30 days to sort out the dead wood. And for me, I've had enough of talking about the deadwood players, the players that should not be at the club. I mean, we're not going to get rid of every single player that I personally want at the club, not in this month. If we get rid of 2, if not 3, at the minimum, then I'll be reasonably pleased with what Arsenal are doing. If they can bring in 1 or 2, then yeah, I'll still be reasonably pleased. And yeah, the 1 or 2 that we could bring in is an attacking creative midfield player. I'd like to see a Hossam Owa, but the way Lyon are going, why would you want to leave Lyon? I think it'll be a decision for Hossam Owa to make at the end of the season. Yeah, his club Lyon are top of the Ligue 1, and they're doing exceptionally well. So Hossam Owa's happy there. I'm going to go over the potential outs here. Kolasinac, it's confirmed that he has left the club, but on loan. Sadly, he's not on a permanent deal. He's gone back to Schalke, where it all started for him, and that's where he got into Bundesliga Team of the Season one year. However, he signed for Arsenal for Sweet FA, and it just hasn't worked out for him. You know, nice guy. Well, defensively, the only time he defended 2v1 was when he covered Ozil near a restaurant down northwest London. I shouldn't even bring that up, but I'm just trying to cast light over his Arsenal career. But for me, it just hasn't worked out for me. And now that we've got him out on loan, surely the club have got to go and get a young understudy left back for Kieran Tierney. You know, I'm not asking Maitland Niles to keep playing there in an emergency situation. I'm not asking Suarez to play there. No, let them play in their positions of strength. Let them perform where they're strong and not perform where they're not so strong. For me, let's go out and get a complete understudy left back. Maybe that could happen this month. We don't know who's in the pipeline here. You know, we could find a gem in in the Danish first division in France Ligue 1. I mean, in the Ligue 1 they have some quality talent, young talent, but potential footballers there. Whether a left back, attacking mid, they're there. But let's go and get an understudy left back, a young understudy left back, maybe preferably someone. even if he's 16 years old, I'm down for that. You know, that understudy left back. I mean, what do you guys think? Do we need an understudy left back for Kieran Tierney? Leave it in the comment section below. My next individual that I like to talk about is Folarin Balogun. Now, for me, I don't know why Mikel Arteta does not include him in the Premier League subs bench week in, week out. He's clearly much better than Eddie Nketiah. That is my personal opinion. That might not be an actual fact, but I feel like it's an actual fact. he's clearly better than Eddie Nketiah. Put it this way, 20 chances each, and let's say 10 attempts on goal each. Eddie Nketiah will get, 3 on target out of 10. Balogun will get 7, 8 on target out of 10. Tells you what you need to know about the two strikers. Fact is, Balogun has banged in goals in the under 18, 19, 23 teams. Yeah, his track record, for me, it should stand above Eddie Nketiah's track record from the under 18s to the under 23s. I think that is, I think it speaks volumes about the two strikers. And for me, I don't give a flying F how old Balogun is. He's 19 and he's a goal scorer. I saw the two goals he scored in the Europa League. He finished as if he was doing it for 10 years. I mean, don't get me wrong. Eddie Nketiah saved us from losing to Championship Norwich 5-6 years ago in the Capital One Cup, or the League Cup, should I call it. And he came on as a substitute that night. I'll never forget that moment, seeing the young boy, Eddie Nketiah, score. Or was it that long ago, 5-6 years ago? Arsenal fans, feel free to come onto this platform and leave it in the comment section below and confirm the year that Eddie Nketiah scored his first 2 goals in an Arsenal shirt v Norwich. Thank you, I'd really appreciate that. Another guy who's been mentioned of late, and he should be in the squad week in, week out, Reece Nelson. What has happened to him? I mean, all of a sudden, he's just not been on the bench. He's just not. It's like as if he's gone out on loan and we don't even know where or who he's playing for. But for me, he's an Arsenal player. If he does well in training, whether he does well in training or not, well, if he does well in training, then he should be part of the squad. You know, he's shown his talent and his potential. But yet, he doesn't even get in the place on the bench. For me. And I would like to see him on the bench against West Brom on Sunday. If he is available, then he should be on the bench. Alright, we know that his set piece taking is dreadful at the worst of times. But for me, as a footballer with the ball at his feet, he is as talented as anyone that we have at the club. So let's hope he stays beyond the 1st of February. Callum Chambers, now, it's been said a number of times that we're looking to move him on. Why? Every time he comes in... Listen, if he comes into the team as a centre-half, he will perform. The guy always puts in an honest, professional performance for the Arsenal. He's done sweet FA wrong for him to be considered to be moved on. Yes, a number of clubs are after him, but, you know, you got to look at the situation where he has been injured. Yeah? He's been injured. The last injury was in a defeat against Chelsea in the league game. I'm not talking about the last one. I'm talking about last season. Yeah. Over a year ago when Arteta was appointed as our manager. He was injured in that game, and I remember seeing it in the first half. And, I was gutted for him. Really gutted and upset for him. He done his cruciate ligament, I believe. He's in the squad for me. And when I did my preview, and I named my 9 substitutions, God knows what made me not put him in my squad. He should be, personally, I want to see him make the bench come tomorrow evening, along with Reece Nelson, because I think they both have futures at the club. All right, Callum Chambers is at 25. He's never had a run of game. I've never got why Arsenal fans don't rate him. He's played right back. It's not his strongest position. Defensive midfield is not his strongest position. If you ask me of the two positions, I'd rather see him play in an emergency. DM, easily. DM, alongside Partey. But for me, if he gets into the team, I want to see him at centre-half, putting in honest performances. Honest, professional performances. And I'm going to always jump to the defence of Kenneth Chambers. I will, because he's done sweet fuck all wrong. And Arsenal fans around the world, or some Arsenal fans around the world, please get off his back. Let him come back here as fit as possible and let him play centre-half. And I guarantee you, he will put in an honest professional performance. If you want to come back at me with your thoughts and opinion, then fine. Let's have a good footballing argument. The most common grounds is we respect each other's opinions. Leave it in the comment section below, please. Socrates, now, I just don't know how he's still at the club. I can understand why he will never make any squads. Him and, well, I'm going to come on to the next guy after Socrates. For me, it could be this month that we get him out of the door. It could be this month, but I would hold my breath until the summer. He'll be leaving the club somewhere down the line. That's for sure. He is guaranteed to leave the club. It's just finding a suitable club for him to pay the wages that he's going to come with as well. I mean, I've liked him. When he's performing well in his position of strength, he is someone you want every week. He puts in on his tackles, reads the game well, and he showed them his pace as well, and very aggressive as well. But to ask him to play out from the back, he doesn't like it. Just let him be what he wants to be. Let's let him be what he has always been. A complete centre-half. A professional, honest centre-half, like Kenneth Chambers is. So we move on to Mesut Ozil. Now, this guy, he has not played a single game this season. He's more or less been at home playing Fortnite. And he's collecting 300,000 a week. And apparently, from what I've heard, Liam Brady's come out with a scheming attack on the guy, stating that he should have been sold long time ago. He has underperformed. He performs well for 2 months and then he just goes missing, as he always does. And he's let us down over the number of recent years. So for me, there's no complaints there. There's no complaints at all. I've got no issue with it, with Arteta making a decision on that one. But also, what was it he said? Liam Brady said that he came out with a scheming attack. Obviously Liam Brady's managed the under 23s. Yeah, he's just said that he's not performed, and Arteta was right to not include him in any squads at all this season, and rightfully so. That's a decision I will respect Arteta for, leaving him right out and preparing him to be sold. So that's Mikel Arteta out. I mean, that's not Mikel Arteta. That's Mesut Ozil. He's another one going to leave the club in the summer, along with Socrates. Potential ins now. Isco on a 6-month loan. 6 months loan. I'm indecisive. I'm sitting on the defence with this one, because he could do well for 6 months and then he could earn the trust of the club, the management, his teammates and the fans. I mean, he is a top world-class performing footballer. And for me, when you talk about creativities, when you talk about through balls, when you talk about score of great goals, this guy is the bee's knees. Hands down, he is the bee's knees. I want to see him at the club, personally. This will make a statement, you know. If we get him out on loan for 6 months alone, that will make a statement. Is he worth the 6 month? I mean, let's just take the gamble. He is worth the gamble, completely worth the gamble. The name Isco, come on, Spanish international, valuable experience, 28 years of age. This feels like a no-brainer. Let's try and get the deal done if this is what we want. Buendia. Now, this is going to be a tough deal to do because Norwich are sitting top of the league. But for me, if Buendia wants to become a permanent Premier League player and he doesn't want to face relegation for the second time of his career, so, I mean, excuse me, let me just rephrase that. If Buendia wants to stay at Norwich and potentially face relegation for the second time in his career, then he stays at Norwich. If he comes to Arsenal, he's guaranteed not to face relegation again. Whether he'll get into the team, depending on the plan. But at the moment, we got 3 young boys who are playing behind, let's say for argument's sake, Lacazette. And the number 10 that we're playing, he is performing well in the last 2 games. So he keeps his place in the team. Until he has a couple of bad performances, Smith Rowe that is, he keeps his place in the team. Buendia, for Norwich, from Norwich and for Norwich, it'll be a difficult deal. The one I would like to see, just generally, if it happens, which is unlikely to happen, because let's be realistic, Max Aarons will be an Norwich player until the summer, and someone is going to be very happy to have his signature on the A4 sheet, and I hope it's Arsenal. For me, I've rated this guy so highly for the last couple of years, and I just want to see this guy at the club, a proper right back, a performing, consistent right back, and give Bellerin his props. He's performed well in the last 2 games, but not in the last 5 years and a bit. I'm sorry, but for me, he has to step aside if Max Aarons signs that signature for Arsenal. We've got to make it count, and if we're going to really be serious about getting him on board, let's put the money in. And this is where Stan Kroenke really needs to deep as far as possible, and a real dig deep. Deep, but dig deep into his pocket. You know, he's got to help us out here for these for a talent like Max Aarons, and he'll bring us pace, an offensive display, and he'll bring us some solidarity as a right back defensively. And for me, I think he's the ideal right back we need going forward. And I don't think Bellerin's that guy. If anything, if we can ship, I think he's got to go in the summer, Bellerin. If we can ship him off for 30 to 35 mil, we would have done really well there. And let's use that 30 to 35 mil towards Max Aarons. And I'm sure Mikel Arteta said in his press conference that there will be players to leave Arsenal this month. Well, we shall see. All right, that's my daily transfer of my own done. I would like to thank all the ladies, to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with me, etc. I'll be back. I might be back later on this evening for another dose of football content. If not, then I wish you a good night. If you care to stay up and see if I could do another one, then please do. Other than that, if you've got an opinion on the individuals that I've been talking about, from the ins and the outs, then leave it in the comment section below. Please help me by smashing the thumbs up like button, and please, can you help me subscribe to my channel, please? That's myself and I only, DLG Reppin'. Reppin' spelled Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. DLG, for those of you that understand, or for those of you that don't know, it's Delhi London Guna. I'll be back definitely, or hopefully I'll be back tomorrow morning. For sure. I'll try and wake up as early as I can because I've got to go to work at 10:30. And then I'll definitely should be back in time to do a team news review on Arsenal versus West Bromwich Albion versus Arsenal at the Hawthorns. Arteta versus Allardyce. It'll be an interesting contest. Other than that, I'll speak to you in due course. And peace again, love again, and always bless again. Thank you again, and see you later. Be nice. There we go.